Hey, what up, team? It's Joe Mill here with Killer Miller Q. We back for another good cook. We're gonna be pulling out the old Weber kettle today, and I want to take a chance to see, is this Snake River Farms pork actually better than what I can actually grab here at my local butcher? So we got a pork porterhouse that we're gonna be throwing on. I got one of each. Should be good. Hold tight. All right, team, let's jump back into this thing. We almost got kind of a review going on. You might have saw a little bit ago, I got me a nice Snake River Farms box. I got a whole lot of different meats, some more things that you still got to see. But one of the things that I had bought is I wanted to see about some of the pork, and I thought I would try my hand on that because it was a little bit cheaper, and I had a gift card. I wanted to see if it would stretch out a little bit longer. So one of the things that I bought, and we're going to be cooking that today, is a pork porterhouse. I love me some steak, love the porterhouse, big piece of meat. So I get this thing right here. Again, I tell you all the time, I got a decent sized hand, but let me tell you, I thought it was gonna be a little bit bigger than this. This is 11.8 pounds, so I mean, it's almost a pound. I guess we're getting somewhat close to it, but then keep in mind there is a bone in here too. But I want to see what this is. This was $21 at Snake River Farms. I was able to find another pork porterhouse at my local butcher. This one's a little bit bigger. It's 12.56, but with that said, $5.09. $21 versus $5.09. So basically, the Snake River Farms pork comes down to about four times more than this pork porterhouse I was able to get at my local butcher. I'm gonna bring you in close. We're gonna look at the differences. We're gonna season these babies up. We'll some good sauce on them. I got some good things to kind of move on with, and we're gonna jump right into this cook. We're on the Weber kettle grill today. I'm gonna get that thing fired up, and I'm gonna show you this lump charcoal that I'm using that is amazing, and we're gonna have us another good cook. Hold tight. All right, I wanted to bring you in here so you can check these out. Here are the two contenders. We got the Snake Rivers Farm one right over here, and then this is from my local butcher. So like I said, I'm bringing it in here so we can see it out here in the light. These babies are small. That's 12.8, or excuse me, this one is 11.8 ounces. I think I might have said pounds before. So this is the Snake River Farms one. I wanted to bring it out here in the light. You know, we can kind of check it out. I mean, it's a little striation. Obviously, we got a nice little fat cap on it. So that's what we got there. Next, I'm gonna jump over here. This is from my local butcher. This one's a little bit bigger, 12.6 ounces. Smaller on the fat, so it should be a little bit more meat in here. Keep in mind, both of these got a little baby bone in there. So, I mean, it's pretty much meat because that bone's pretty small, but they look comparable. I'm gonna say that. I'm not gonna say the exact and everything, but nothing too crazy. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna throw a toothpick in the one that's the Snake River Farm so we know exactly which. Other than that, we're gonna give them the exact same treatment. Get out of here, fly. I'm gonna be going in with some of this Hollywood seasoning. We've been on an Ohio kick lately, so we're gonna stick with that. This old Hollywood blend seasoning from the Bearded Butchers out of the Ohio area. We're gonna start with a nice little shot of some of this organic olive oil. I love this spray bottle, it helps out a ton. And then on the back end, we're gonna be glazing these babies off with a little bit of this peach habaneros from Cosmos, just to give us a little sweet kick on there. So I'm gonna bring you in close. We're gonna throw these babies on a little bit of this binder, and we'll go from there. And check these out. I swear, sometimes when they sweating in, you know, I love when the rub looks pretty going on raw. You gotta respect that. With that said, it's hot as hell out here, so you're gonna sweat out pretty quick. I'm actually gonna take these in the house because they don't go up that high. I'm gonna quickly tell you a little bit about our plan as far as our cook, and I'm gonna take these back in the house so they don't get up to 100 plus. It's just sitting out here in the sun. So again, Snake River Farms, local butcher. We got our pork porterhouses. If you haven't tried any of these from the Bearded Butcher, it's pretty solid as far as their rubs. Every one I've liked. This Hollywood blend has a great flavor and a great little zing and a pop on it. I think it's gonna go great on this pork, especially on the back end. Once we get up to temp and everything and we go ahead and give it a glaze of this peach habanero, Cosmo never does me wrong. I know this is gonna be a great cook. So what we're gonna be doing is, I'm about to bring you over and show you these coals because I do want you to see this lump charcoal that we're gonna be using today. But Pork only got to get to about 145. I'm gonna take this to about 143 is the plan, and then we're gonna be going for basically a reverse sear. We'll put them over and pull them off and get the coals nice and hot, and from there we'll be turning around and getting us a little bit of color on both sides. I'm gonna be using my Thermopro dual probe today. This is also a Bluetooth. This is gonna be cool. Be able to kind of keep my temps on both of these so we can keep these babies nice and moist. But other than that, I'm gonna take these in so they can hang out for a second and not get too hot. We're about to go kick up this fire. I'm gonna show you this charcoal and we're gonna be rolling. Right, I done brought you over here to the small pit. You know, I'm so used to cooking on that Lone Star, I take all of this for granted. But I tell you, you can't find a more versatile pit than the good old-fashioned Weber kettle. Only thing I wanted to show you over here is this lump charcoal, and it's gonna be a short video, so while this is coming up to temp, let's take a walk. I'm gonna bring you over here and I wanna show you this. So one reason I went over here and I went with this mesquite lump charcoal, so you know it's not gonna be cooking that long. That mesquite could potentially give me a little bit of flavor in there. Pardon that, get that ashes out the way. But that mosquito give me a little bit of flavor. I love this brand. They are not, I thought they was actually local to Arizona, but I mean, when I seen it on there, it does say a product of Mexico, so that's probably why we get it. But I love this. No preservatives, no chemicals. This stuff burns hot, but this is what I want to show you. It's dark in there, all right? Let me just show you one. I'm just gonna pull out a random chunk. I mean, obviously they say lump charcoal. You know how much bigger this is than that piece of meat I was just holding? Let me get another one out. There is nothing but sticks and stones in here. I mean, it is massive. I get this at my Costco here in Arizona. Man, they got this 40-pound bag for less than $20. This stuff burns clean. And I mean, I got nothing but, it's like the smallest chunk that you're gonna get out of there. I love this stuff. El Diablo. I don't know where y'all at, but y'all need to come find me and we can do some things. This is some great lump charcoal. I mean, a lot of times I see things that say lump charcoal and they come out looking smaller than my briquettes from Kingsford. But the El Diablo, I'll give y'all a shout out. I do like that. So while that's coming up to temp, we basically gonna be going indirect initially on this cook, and I'm gonna bring you back once we get the lid on. All right, we all set up. Nice and easy. I got my Thermopro going. You know, one thing I done learned is I'm so used to messing around with this Lone Star, I be grabbing this hood way too aggressive. Gotta be nice and easy, otherwise I kick up all them coals. We cooking indirect, so we got the fire over here on one side. We got our pork porterhouses right over here on the other. You can see the one with the toothpick in it, that's our Snake River Farms. That is our local Gilbert Butcher that I was able to get me some from. So we going right along. We're gonna take these babies up to about 143. I'm gonna take them off, open this baby up, let this get red piping hot. We'll sear them off on both sides and then hit them with a little bit of that sauce. I'll bring you back. Hey, what up team? I want to jump in here real quick and let you know, thanks for following along on today's cook. If you are new to the channel, get to that bottom right corner, make sure that you subscribe and check out some of the other cooks that you've missed. We got a new one coming every week. And for everybody that's been following along, I appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of this video and let's get back to the work. I'm gonna tell you, I'll tell you the truth, one way or another. I like this Thermopro right here just because, it's a cool day, it's hot out here. Even though I got a dust storm rolling in, which I feel like I've been saying more and more lately over here on these videos. We is definitely starting to get rocking and rolling. So I'm gonna try to be kind of quick while we open this up so I don't kick around too much ash. But one thing that I noticed was about a 10-degree difference between the number one, which is the Snake River Farms, and the General Butcher, shall we say, there at the bottom is that 113, and I know I only got about 20 more degrees on the main one, so I'm gonna actually switch the spot. It's like I said, it's only been a little over 20 minutes. It smells good. It's a nice calm looking fire. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the placement of these two. Maybe it's a little bit warmer over here and then let them keep going. All right team, we have lost all our daylight in the midst of this dust storm. You see, after we switched those babies around, we was able to pull those temperatures nice and close. Man, I've been enjoying this Thermopro. I'm sure there's a way I can get that light to come on and stay on the whole time. But I love those big digits. I can literally see that from my pool. I can see it from afar. It makes it real easy. I wish, like I said, at night I could just leave it where that light is on, but I'm sure that might be on me. So I'm gonna check into that. I'll let y'all know. But in time we'll get to a review on that. But right now I want to kind of get some more cooks in on it, like everything, before I say something about it. But as you see, I'm at 143 and I'm at 139. I'm gonna go ahead and get the Snake River Farms Let's take a peek at these babies. I ain't been in here either. There's been no peeking. I'm almost about an hour and 20 minutes. Look at these babies. You can see that fat getting nice and yellowish, coagulating off to the side. Woo. Here's a toothpick. There's my Snake River Farms when we get a little bit of wind. Like I said, it's dust stormy around here these times of the year. So I'm sure this is going to pick up quick. So I'm going to be quick. That's my Snake River Farms. There's the butcher. I'm going to go ahead and get Snake River Farms up off of here, and I'll bring y'all back here in a little bit. All right, team. My other pork tenderloin, as I see, it's pumping up fast. I just stoked this fire in there. Ooh, it's looking pretty. Check that out. I was a little nicer on that pickup. I ain't stirred too much up. It's already where I want it to be, so I'm about to pull this one up off of there. And pretty much I'm gonna leave this wide open for a minute. I did throw me a fresh lump on there, but hey man, this lump charcoal has been holding on great. I'm over an hour and a half. I wanted to try to get some of that mesquite smoke in these babies, and they are already looking pretty. We're gonna get this thing screaming hot, and then we'll come back and sear these babies off. Let's take a quick second to talk about that old fire management. It is pretty for the pyros out there. All we're doing right now is giving this thing some oxygen. From there, naturally, you see it did not take long for these flames to kick up. And now we're going to get us a little bit of fire going. We're going to get this graze nice and blazing. Scrub them down a little bit just to get whatever's on there off. And then we'll bring these babies off, sear them off, throw a little bit of that Cosmos glaze on there, and it's going to be all right. All right. I thought I'd bring you back real quick fast. This thing's looking pretty good. We just scrubbed it all down. You see I brought it out, got rid of the lights, just because this is where it's looking nice. When this is all said and done, we're going to be making s'mores to end the night off. I'm about to sear these puppies off, and then we're going to taste it out. All right, I get you a close-up before they go on to get that sear. Here they go. These babies already looking pretty. I mean, can you tell the difference? Which is which? We're going to get it over here and sear it. I ain't going to be able to hold the camera at the same time, but basically what I'm going to do, and I'll show you once we get on there, we got a minute on one side, a minute on the other. These flames going to jump up. I'm not going to cover this top. We're going to leave it just as is, and we're going to get us a little bit of cover, throw some quick sauce on there, let it rest for a second, and we going. There they are. Nothing like that sizzle. Quick minute, and we're going to flip these puppies over. Damn. 1 minute. Man, them babies look great. You know what, if nothing else, while I was over there making fun of how small they were, I do got some hockey pucks over here. These babies is thick, and they look like great once you get some grill lines on there. Let's get 1 minute on this side. I'll bring you back. Hey, we got both sides seared off. We looking good, man. Check them out. This is what we gonna do. Let me spin this bottle around. The last thing, we got this Cosmos Peach Habanero Barbecue Sauce, which tastes beautiful, might I add. We're gonna be hitting that on there. I got this already nice and warmed up. I don't really want to rub it on there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pour it on there, man. I know I'm gonna have to do some cleanup tomorrow on my grills, but give me a little something to do on a Sunday. When y'all checking this video out, I'll be cleaning up this mess I'm making right now. Boom. I'm gonna let these hang out for a little bit. I'm gonna cover this up. Give them about 5 minutes to set. We're gonna pull these babies off and give them a taste. Yes, yes, yes. First off, shout out to my bearded butchers and to my mother-in-law that hooked me up with this seasoning for my birthday. I really appreciate it. This Hollywood blend, along with the other one that I ain't got to put on camera yet, they both are great. So shout out to Cleveland, Ohio, that whole area in Ohio, all my peeps in Ohio. It's a Ram weekend, so hopefully everybody's safe and they enjoying it. But check out the start of the show. Obviously, you can see we threw on a little bit of that Cosmos Peach Habanero. I got a beautiful looking glaze on these babies. I did a little something. Got rid of that toothpick. Can you tell me, this is the viewer's choice, which one's which? I'm looking for my local butcher, and I'm looking for which one's the Snake River Farms. You ask me, if we just going with the, head to head, the viewers, the view, what it looks like. I mean, they look both pretty similar to me. I can't pick one over the other. Let's get in here and get a taste. All right, team. So we back at this thing. It's been a long night. We literally had about an hour and 45 minutes. Truthfully, I was slow stoking that fire. I wanted to try to see if I can get a little bit of mesquite smoke into these babies, and I'm absolutely thrilled on the way everything worked out. I'm gonna say something real quick. This Thermopro dual probe, if you're in the market for one, I'm gonna make sure, because sometimes I forget. I'm gonna pin the code that I have down in the descriptions or in the comments. That way you can get that. There's a discount for you. I always been a fan of Thermopro. Usually you see me using my Insta Read. This thing has worked great. I did like it when I had that second chop out there, or the porterhouse. It actually started to buzz and it lit up and everything from afar. I was able to see that that one had reached temperature, so I thought that was cool. But let's dig into this thing and see what we got. We still don't know which is which. We got bone there, bone there. So I'm gonna try to get this as even and Steven as I can. And I'm gonna get rid of the fattier edge. We're gonna get us a couple little cuts in there. And I'm gonna do pretty much the same on this one here. Get rid of that edge. This baby's cutting beautiful. And we're gonna go right there. So, unscientific, but pretty even on each. So first I'm gonna start right here. First things first, let's take a peek at that. You see that moisture? We looking nice and juicy. Okay? Oh, look at that. We got a little drip for you. They clowning now. All right, let's try it. This sauce is great. Definitely like that one. I'm not gonna tell you which is which till I get done. I'll tell you what I think. That's good. That sauce is so great. I don't taste that much of that bearded butcher's, which I actually like. So mental note to self, maybe I'll go a little bit heavier next time. Now let's go in with this one. I don't think it was as juicy as that one over here, but definitely I still got a good amount of moisture. This one was more tender, for sure. Okay, that's interesting. So, bring you back down here. Look at these babies. This one right here, with this actual thicker piece of fat, sorry, this one here, was actually your Snake River Farms. And then this one here was actually the one that was from our local butcher. I have to admit, I feel like my local butcher was a little bit juicier. This Snake River Farms, on the other hand, definitely had more flavor. I gotta be honest about that. Let me get one more in here. No doubt. That's juicy. I'm gonna admit. Now let's think about that cost. And I'm gonna talk my mouth full everything. $21 versus $5. So this Snake River Farms was 4 times more expensive. Is that 4 times better than that one? No way. They're not that big of a difference. However, it is noticeable that that one does taste a lot more juicy, and there's more flavor coming out of that for them to be cooked the exact same way. I'm actually surprised myself. I thought they were going to pretty much probably be neck and neck, to be honest with you. Well, hey, that's interesting. Needless to say, if you can't tell, I'm ready to go ahead and eat the rest of this. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me another time. Joe Mill here with Killer Miller Q and Black Smoke Barbecue. I see y'all next week. Peace. Whoa, this thing ain't over quite yet. I got a couple more cuts of pork. We're gonna try this thing out. It wasn't 4 times better, but it was pretty damn good.